Time now for a Sunrise Smart Start. The Biden administration announcing a big milestone was reached. 200 million COVID-19 vaccines have been administered.
It is great news. Joined this morning by Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon, live in D.C. Alexandra, good morning. What percentage of Americans need to be vaccinated for us to reach herd immunity here in the U.S.?
Good morning. Well, U.S. health officials have said that at least 75 to 85% of U.S. adults, or the total population, needs to be vaccinated in order to reach herd immunity. And now there are concerns that with these new, more contagious variants, that number actually needs to be higher. But right now, where the U.S. stands is that only about half, a little more than half of U.S. adults who are eligible have been partially vaccinated, and only about a quarter of people who are eligible are fully vaccinated. So we've still got a long ways to go. And one of the issues is that over the past week, the number of people who got vaccinated declined compared to the week before. Now, this hasn't really happened except for one other week up until this point. So it remains to be seen whether this pause in the Johnson & Johnson vaccines has anything to do with it in two ways. One is the total number of supply of doses that are out there, but also if it's causing people to become even more hesitant than they already maybe were to get the vaccine.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about that here. The other thing we've been talking a lot about, small businesses. They have really struggled during this pandemic. What does the Biden administration plan on doing to help them?
Yeah, so one of the ways that the Biden administration is trying to help is by enticing more of their employees to become vaccinated and helping those businesses to do that. So the Biden administration is now offering a new tax credit for small businesses who give their employees paid days off to either go get vaccinated or to recover if they need to, if they experience symptoms from the vaccine. So that's one way they're trying to do that. But the administration realizes that they have an issue here where we might be approaching, that tipping point where we have less demand for the vaccine than we do doses. So they're really making an all-out effort to try to encourage people in as many ways as possible to get the vaccines. So they're also going to start increasing, for example, drives at churches and other places that people trust to try to get more Americans vaccinated.
All right, we'll see how that plays out. Alexandra, thank you so much for that coverage there. President Biden did say if people want to start to return to normal by the goal of the 4th of July, getting vaccinated, he says, is key.
Well, along those lines, the Cornhill Arts Festival will not happen this year. Organizers making that decision months ahead of the July event. It comes as the state announces it will be expanding capacity restrictions for outdoor events, including festivals, in the coming weeks. Erica DeCoste live in Rochester with reaction from local organizers. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, Leah. Well, having the space to hold a festival and also the time to plan it are what is contributing to closing this conversation ahead of when it would happen is the first weekend of July. So not for a few months, but as I mentioned, ever-changing guidelines are making it hard for these organizers to plan. The festival is a two-day arts event that takes place in the area of Cornhill. Live music, hundreds of artists. Festival chairperson Nick Howell says they're required to be in a secured perimeter, meaning they have to enclose a concentrated portion of Cornhill and control the number of people that are in and out. Capacity limitations would make this hard. Even if they were to change, it's a scaling issue and also the factor, as I mentioned, of having time to be ready for it.
Time is a big factor in this, and the feedback is more the same, that we're all trying to play this waiting game and seeing if as time goes on and as more people get either vaccinated or as the disease becomes more under control, that maybe restrictions will relax to allow this sort of thing to happen. However, I believe more and more of us are starting to come to the realization that it's not going to happen in time.
Now, I also asked if there was anything he would change in the guidelines that currently exist in order to make this happen more easily. He said he declined to comment on that, but at the end of the day, safety is what is most important. For now in Rochester, Erica Cost, News 8.
All right, Erica, thank you. We should note other festivals like the Lilac Festival will continue this spring with fewer vendors.
We're waking up to more snow on what we like to call Friday Eve. How long is this going to stick around here? The cold temperatures, the snow, James? We've had enough.
A couple more hours, I think, Leah. I think we're good till lunchtime. I'm going to make sure that when you walk out the News 8 doors, the sun is shining.
Thank you.
No, really, we could actually see a little bit of sun this afternoon. Temperatures holding on the cold side this morning, starting off in the 20s, but we should warm up. The lake flakes are calming down, and you might want to wait till this afternoon for the baby walk, but otherwise a little bit chilly out there. Thank you, Elizabeth, for sending me a photo of your little one, Madeline Rose, there. I think she'll be maybe hanging out inside for the inside nap this afternoon. Please submit your photos to sunrise at WROCTV.com. We'd love to show those for the baby walk forecast. And I've got the bus stop forecast coming up at the end of the show. Mark,
Madeline Rose, so cute.
Indeed. Could just stare at that all day. But we do need to do this, our sunrise traffic. One accident just in Rush 390 North between Livingston-Monroe County line and Route 251. That's exit 11. So leave some extra time there if you're headed that way.
In other news this morning, 2 more alleged victims have come forward in the case against Hilton Elementary School principal Kirk Ashton. Ashton is accused of sexually abusing at least 11 students with dating back several years. He was indicted on 25 charges by a Monroe County grand jury, including 7 counts of second-degree sexual conduct against a child, 7 counts of first-degree sexual abuse, 11 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, and officials with the Bavona Child Advocacy Center say there could be more victims.
These education programs that can happen in schools are just so critically important to give children the skills and the language they need to, in some situations, stand up for themselves and to have the courage to be able to come forward if, heaven forbid, something has happened to them.
Ashton was arraigned last week in Greecetown Court and is currently being held at the Niagara County Jail on a $500,000 cash bail, $1 million bond.
Rochester police asking for some help finding a missing teenager. You see her pictured here. Leah Irvin is 14. She was last seen April 17th on East Main Street in the city. Police say Irvin is on medication she needs daily but does not have it with her. If you have information about where she is, please call 911.
The federal government will soon conduct a sweeping investigation of the Minneapolis Police Department. The U.S. Attorney General says the Justice Department will look at the police department's policies, training, and use of force. This announcement comes days after a jury convicted former officer Derek Chauvin of murdering George Floyd.
The verdict in the state criminal trial does not address potentially systemic policing issues in Minneapolis.
Well, Chauvin could face up to 40 years in prison. He'll be sentenced in 8 weeks. Meanwhile, George Floyd's family will attend the funeral today for Daunte Wright, who was shot and killed by a police officer during a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center last week. That was Minnesota. That officer says she mistakenly fired her gun when she meant to use her taser. She has since been fired and charged with manslaughter.
Well, Columbus, Ohio police releasing body camera footage in the fatal police-involved shooting of 16-year-old Micaiah Bryant. Police say Bryant was attacking 2 other girls with a knife when they arrived. Officials say she was shot 4 times in the upper body. She later died at the hospital. The officer involved in that shooting has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation. Well, let's get a look at the GRE Morning Business Report now. A crackdown on those robocalls. The FCC launching a database that all voice providers will have to use. That will allow the government to track the work some companies are doing to try to stop robocalls. And starting in September, phone companies will be required to block incoming traffic that is not listed in the database.
And Amazon is getting into the hair business. The e-commerce giant is opening its first hair salon in London. It's not your traditional place for a cut. The salon will feature new technology, including a virtual tool allowing customers to experiment with different hair colors. Right now, that salon is only open to Amazon employees, but it's set to open to the public in the coming weeks.
All right, here was what some folks might be talking about at the old water cooler this morning. Today is Earth Day. First celebrated back in 1970. It encourages people to protect the environment and get outside and enjoy some natural scenery. This video, Highland Park yesterday, taken by our colleague John Kutchko, shows some of the natural beauty that can be found right here in Rochester, blanketed with some fresh snow, and there's more of that this morning.
Right, blooming trees and then covered up with some snow.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as you guys know, I study the atmosphere, so Earth Day, a pretty big day for me. I think it's important. Bus stop forecast, it's a cold start. We're in the 20s. We finish around 40 degrees. A bit of a breeze out there, but otherwise a chilly day. Here's your 8-day forecast. We'll leave you with this. Signs of warmth by the end of this weekend into next weekend.
Yeah, our eyes are going straight to that 78 next week.
Right.
That's good, James. Thank you. Thank you for watching News 8.
Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.